Let's play three, shall we? And this one is a go-home game after Oakland and Robert Morris both lost their first games of the tournament earlier. In fact, Robert Morris about a half an hour ago. They will turn around and play for the right to play tomorrow to be the 15th team to qualify for day 2 of the Horizon League and Softball Championship. I'm your announcer, Greg Rakestraw. Last year, RMU won this tournament in Cleveland. They could be going home after day number 1. Here is the bracket as it has played out to this point. Game number 1 saw Oakland score the first 11. Green Bay scored the next 11. They're on to game number 1 tomorrow. Detroit Mercy scored 2 in the top of the 7th to hand RMU the loss just moments ago. Detroit Mercy takes on Northern Kentucky at 2:30 tomorrow. The winner of this game will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against a team that is TBD. But the loser of this game will see their season come to an end. With that, we'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, starting lineups and first pitch from Youngstown, Ohio. It is Oakland. It's Robert Morris. It's yours next as you're watching Horizon League Softball on ESPN+.
The first baseman, number 18, Turmel. The second baseman, number 9, Aaron Thompson.
The positional players being introduced for Robert Morris as we speak. The Oakland lineup is introduced to our crowd here at Youngstown. Let's show them to you now. The batting lineup for Oakland, again, is the same 9 with the exception of a change in the pitcher spot. And the pitchers have all batted for Oakland. Oakland used 4 different pitchers in their 11-4 loss to Green Bay. The one they did not use was Kama Skreck. She'll be the starting pitcher in today's contest for Chris Stoma. Plitz, Caldwell, and Murphy. Turmel, Troyer, who homered in game number 1, and Caraway, Liebhauser, Skreck, and Wyzelik. The 9 that will go to the plate for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Now, for Robert Morris, they will go back to their starting pitcher from game number 1. Madeline Coleman, through 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, did not factor in the decision, but they will give the ball back to the senior. So she is now 8-4. Her ERA just ticked up just a bit after game number 1. She's making her 25th appearance and her 15th start of the season. The defenders around her have not changed. It is the same other players. It's the exact same starting 9 from the previous game. Hop, Hare, and Pulich in the outfield. Brandt, Dunlap, Thompson, Fosher in the infield. And Aglaya Rudd behind home plate. The person behind Aglaya will be Ryan Raftery. He'll be our home plate umpire for today's contest. Temperatures in the mid-50s. And we'll get down into the 40s at some point in time this evening. Not sure we will be on the field by the time that happens. And fourth time in 6 years that this championship has taken place here in Youngstown. They're the #1 seed. We'll see them tomorrow at noon. Brooklyn Plitz will lead things off here for OU. Plitz reached one time in the previous contest. Plitz, a junior from Macomb, Michigan. And that misses. These two teams played each other the second conference weekend of the year. Oakland hosted and took 2 of 3 from Robert Morris. RMU won game 1 7-5 as this one is sprayed foul. The second day doubleheader was swept by Oakland 11-7 and 6-3. Coleman pitched 5 1/3 total innings against Oakland as this one sent to the shortstop and caught directly. No need to throw on to first. As Dunlap makes the play, and there's one away. To finish the thought, Coleman 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts against Oakland on March 29th. So here's Addison Caldwell, batting .377. Off the screen, 0-1 the count. Caldwell scored part of that 4-run outburst for Oakland against Green Bay in the first inning, and they didn't score again. So Caldwell was 1 for 4 in the previous game. One and one the count. Able to lay off with that one is Caldwell. Just looking at some previous stats, this is the 4th time that Coleman's going to get the ball in back-to-back games on the same day. So this is something she's somewhat used to. And this one lifted right side and out of play. She pitched in both parts of a double dip against IU-Indy on April the 17th. The same against Northern Kentucky on April the 11th, and pitched 4 1/3 over 2 games against Youngstown State on April the 4th. And she went 4 innings in game number 1, did Coleman. And this one over the head of the shortstop and into shallow left field for a base hit. Dunlap just broke in enough where she couldn't get back and make the play. And it's a 1-out single for Caldwell.
Designated player number 10, Maggie Murphy.
So the DP in Murphy. Murphy with a batting average that, well, you dream about it. It's mid-400s. She reached base all 4 times in the previous game. This one popped up. She won't equal that feat in game number 2, as Dunlap read that one immediately. And there's 2 down.
First baseman number 18, Kayla Trammell.
Kayla Trammell, the first baseman, will step to the plate. Trammell scored once, did not have a base hit in the first game of the day. Ground ball. They'll go the long way, short to first, and throw is errant. Trammell stays at first, runner advances to third. And on the error, inning stays alive, runners on the corners. So Troyer homered for the first time this season. She was 2 for 3 for the day. She would also single in the 5th in the loss to Green Bay. And that misses inside. Troyer, a senior from Centerville, Michigan. 1 home run and 17 runs batted in. Getting her 41st start of the year. And this one, lifted, right center, diving effort. Pulich made a dive to her left in game number 1. Makes one of the other direction in game number 2. And 2 runners left on the base pass by Oakland in the top half of the first. Colonials come to bat when we come back, as you're watching Horizon League Softball.
This is the Horizon League, a league made for major moves, where competition drives us, our cities fuel us, and bringing home a win is just us giving back. We turn every event into an experience with a decades-long record of once-in-a-lifetime moments. So don't get upset just because you're outmatched. We are unstoppable, our impact undeniable, making major plays in every way. This is our Horizon.
Who says you gotta pay more for a great shave? Barbasol Shaving Cream has been trusted for over 100 years to deliver a high-quality shave at an incredible value. Barbasol's thick and rich instant lather delivers a close, comfortable shave that leaves your skin feeling smooth and moisturized, and all for a lot less than expensive shave gels. So pick up a can and see for yourself why Barbasol continues to be America's #1 brand of shaving cream.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking, rising before the sun, and staying up long after it sets. It's stepping into a new world. It's in you. Be golden.
For Robert Morris, it'll be the same 9 that we saw in the previous game. Hop, Fosher, Pulich, Rudd, Brandt, Hare, Dunlap, Thompson, and Gualazzi for head coach Jex Varner. The pitcher for Oakland, they have 6 of them they have used during the season. Kama Skrek has been there, no doubt about it, number 2, and she did not pitch in the earlier contest. Skrek, a 3.9 ERA, a 5-1 record. Her 11th starts of the year. She has walked 12, she has struck out 24, and opposing batters batting .283 off of the freshman from Oak Ridge, New Jersey. That's in for a strike. Kaylin Hopp, a triple in the previous game in the leadoff position. Triple and a double. Those coming in the 5th and 6th innings respectively, as she was 2 for 4 in total. And this one steered foul. Counted 0-2. And this one of 2 championships this weekend. Outdoor track and field also takes place. That up at Oakland University. Liner caught. First baseman's got it, and this inning starts just the way the top of the first half inning did, with a line drive out. Defensive alignment for the Grizzlies: Caldwell, Plitz, and Troyer in the outfield. Wyzelik, Lieberhausen, Kanaki, and Trammell in the infield. And Taylor Caraway behind home plate. Eloise Fosher. First pitch swinging, and this one sent straight back. Eloise reached twice, scored twice. Singled and doubled, was 2 for 4 in the previous game. Eloise, a junior from Pittsburgh. And of course, Robert Morris, suburban Pittsburgh, Moon Township, Pennsylvania. to be precise. Sends a charge into this one. Center fielder can stop chasing. Home run. 1-0 lead for Robert Morris. For Eloise, her 11th home run of the season, and RBI number 57. And you knew it was a matter of time for the team that averages 2 of those per game to have one exit the building. For Skreck, it is just the 5th home run she has allowed in 52 1/3 innings on the season. And here's Pulich. And that misses. Pulich, the conference player of the year. Kind of 2-0. She was walked and hit by a pitch and scored once. But Detroit Mercy did a great job of minimizing the damage against the league's best player. Pulich batting .452. 24 home runs, 82 runs batted in, and swings through that one. Three and 1. And Rudd awaits on deck. Pulich, the lone player for RMU to start every game this year. Ground ball, third baseman's got it. Wyzelik steps and fires, and there's 2 down. So now Aglaya Rudd will step to the plate. Rudd flied out in the bottom half of the 7th, only time she was retired in the previous game. Doubled and scored a run. Had a pair of RBIs in the previous contest, was walked twice. Aglaya smashes that one, but foul. And again, Aglaya was the star player at Purdue Fort Wayne last year. They, after finishing as the league runners-up, dropped both softball and baseball. Aglaya stayed in the league to transfer to RMU. She had the pleasure of playing for Ed Markham as her high school coach, a multi-time state championship winning coach at New Pal High School, southeast side of Indianapolis. Change up. In there for a strike. And the count at 1-2. Line drive up the middle base hit. So I had the pleasure of covering Aglaya as a high school player, and I don't know if she finished at one point she was hitting 700 like well into the year. So I'm not surprised that Aglaya is hitting .551 in her days at Robert Morris. She's that level of player. So here's Mary Brandt. And Brandt smacks this one. Exact same path and location as the ball hit by Rudd a moment ago. Brandt's average after the last game just dipped below 400. That might put her back above it. She was hitting .399 before that swing. And now Olivia Hare will step to the plate. Hare, the center fielder. Quick convo between pitcher and catcher. Hare batting .382, 5 home runs and 30 runs batted in. Hare had a base hit and a walk in the previous contest. Off the plate. See, Hare's hometown of Pennsylvania, Wampum, Pennsylvania, a freshman. Change up. Missed. 2-0. Popped her up. Catcher. Able to make the play, and that is that. The solo blast by Fosher puts Robert Morris in front. 1-0. Colonials lead after one in this go or go home game from Youngstown, Ohio. A look inside of the dugout. Head coach in his second season at Oakland University, Chris Stelma. And his team 500 in the league this year. Over 500 for their overall record. But concerned about being one day and done here in the conference tournament. Batters 6, 7, and 8 coming up this time through. Taylor Caraway will lead things off, the catcher. That's in for a strike. Caraway, a senior from Centerline, Michigan. And for those players that are seniors, it starts to get real in this game. You think, is this the end of the line? Is this it? Just missed. 1-1 the count. Caraway batting .299 with a home run and 21 runs batted in. Off speed misses. Caraway singled and scored against Green Bay in the first inning. Went 1 for 3 for the game. Again, Oakland, all their runs today have come in the first inning of their first game. They've had 7 scoreless since then. Caraway. Pulich was drifting that direction, and Pulich can cover as much ground seemingly as she can swing a bat. There's one away.
The shortstop, number 22, Autumn Liebhauser.
Here's Autumn Liebhauser, the freshman. Liebhauser, third team All-League this year. Another New Jersey native. Starting pitcher in Skreck from New Jersey, and Liebhauser from Randolph, New Jersey. This one, center field, was coming in, now drifting back, and a step or two in front of the wall makes the grab, and there's 2 away. And again, we saw this from Coleman in the first game. Throwing a lot of fly ball outs. Eventually, a couple of those turn into home runs. So here's Kama Skreck. And pitcher hits for Oakland. Skreck has not hit as well as some of her counterparts has. She's batting .091. Swings and misses. .091 translates to 2 for 22, which means maybe she gets one swing of the bat, maybe two, and then you'll pinch hit, re-enter if needed, etc. Or etc. There we go. It's game 3. The words are all running together at this point. 0-1 the count. Missed. 1-1. Skreck has 2 runs batted in this year. Popped up. Catcher chases, but that's 3 or 4 rows back. Down the first base line, Pulich. Like we said, she covers a lot of ground, does not get cheated on the effort. Couldn't make the play in foul territory. We'll do it again at 1-2. Looking ahead, batters 7, 8, and 9 come up in the home half of the second for the higher seeded team in Robert Morris. Couldn't lay off the riser. We'll do it again. I mentioned this in the last broadcast. RMU has made the conference tournament all 6 years they have been in the league. And this liner, fair ball for a base hit. Just the 3rd hit that Kama's had all year. Second base hit of the game for Oakland. Just dropped that right inside the line.
Third baseman, 30, Brooklyn, Wyzelik.
So a 2-out single. Great job by our camera crew to show you. Absolutely that fell in play. So here is Wyzelik. Brooklyn, a sophomore from Goodrich, Michigan. That one almost clipped her. Wyzelik hitting .235, no home runs and 10 runs batted in. Wyzelik 0 for 3 in the earlier game today. Popped up. Catcher has a beat on it. Bat didn't even throw her off. End of the inning. 1-0 Robert Morris. We go to the home half of the second in this elimination game from Youngstown. Jax Varner, head coach at Robert Morris, again led his team to the NCAA tournament a year ago as the Horizon League tournament champions. He's been there ever since they made the move from the Northeast Conference. 7, 8, 9. Dunlap up this time through. Sequoia batting .264 for the season. 6 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Skies this one. First baseman drifting over, makes the play, and there's one away. Dunlap was 0 for 2 in the previous game. Aaron Thompson now the second baseman. Will step to the plate. Thompson batting .264. Freshman from Purcellville, Virginia. It's in for a strike. Outside corner chases. 2-0. How about a lay off of that one? One and two. Ground ball will get through for a base hit. So 1-out single. So for a second consecutive game, Marta Gualazzi will get the nod as the DP. Quick conversation inside of the circle. And no one threw all that many innings for Oakland in the previous game, so given the elimination nature of this game and 6 different arms on the team, everybody's available if needed. Don't think you're making a move just yet. Gualazzi went 0 for 3 in the previous contest. Marta batting .309, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in, getting her 16th start of the year. Strike call. Marta got just 1 at bat earlier this year against Oakland. So she's a bit of a new hitter for Grizzly pitchers to face. Turns on this one. Left fielder, center fielder. Left fielder makes the dive and catch. 2 down. Good rip by Gualazzi, but better play in left by Caldwell.
Left fielder number 3, Caitlin Hawk.
Had the wherewithal to get that ball back in quickly, so no advance from the runner. And there's 2 away. Here's Hopf. Line of the first baseman her last time up. Hop, second team all-league last year. Pops this one up. Center fielder's got it, and that is the end of the inning. So no damage from a 1-out single. We are through 2 in this elimination game. Colonials lead it by 1 as you're watching Horizon League softball on ESPN+. lineup rolls back through here for Oakland. Plitz, Caldwell, and Murphy. Elimination game, our first that we'll have of many over the next 4 days here in Youngstown. Greg Rakestraw with you on ESPN+. Robert Morris 1 and Oakland 0. And we have a special guest that joins us for part of an inning each game. And Jenny Swanaway, who is the Associate AD at Oakland and SWA for their athletic department as well. As Plitz, first pitch swinging, left fielder playing shallow, makes the catch, 1 down. Jenny, thanks for the time. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, and let me ask you the big 30,000-foot view question first. What's the role that athletics plays on the campus at Oakland University?
Athletics is the front porch for sure. That's how we get people in the door, and that's how we retain.
So much of what Oakland is known for tends to be men's basketball, especially when you knock off Kentucky a couple of years ago in the NCAA tournament. I guess just thoughts on the other programs at Oakland and the importance that they have in a robust athletic department.
I think, while men's basketball certainly holds that spot, I think that other programs on the other programs that we have are vital to our success. They keep us well-rounded. They certainly keep us busy. And, I think that altogether they play an important role for sure.
Of course, this Oakland program has won a softball championship in the not-too-distant past. I think of the dominance of the swimming programs in this league and what they have meant. I can point to some really big wins in NCAA tournament play for men's and women's soccer over the years as well. So absolutely, it's a pretty robust athletic program. As the SWA, most in the business know what that is. Describe that role that you hold in terms of Oakland athletics.
So the SWA stands for Senior Woman Administrator. I sit on the committee, the Horizon League committee, with all the other SWAs from the Horizon League schools. We talk about important things. We are responsible for some voting. We sit in on a council meeting, so we're really responsible for kind of spreading the league news to our department, making sure that everything is running like a well-oiled machine for sure.
Jenny Swanaway, our guest from Oakland University. Maggie Murphy is at the plate, and she will send this one into foul territory. And the count now at 0-2. Jenny, how long have you been a part of the administration at Oakland University?
I've been at the university for 23 years. I always thought that my role would stay in the realm of the legal field. That's what the first 25 years of my career was. But I've been in athletics for 13 years now, and in my role as an associate athletic director for the past 5.
Line drive base hit by Murphy. Runners at first and second. Just how has the university grown? And again, I've been fortunate enough. I was around Oakland right as they were making the jump from Division II to Division I. So I've seen that program from their first Division I year until almost 30 years later. How has the university changed around the athletic department?
Oh my gosh, it's astronomically. I can say astronomically. It's grown by leaps and bounds. Not just in the athletic realm, but from a building and infrastructure, it has grown astronomically. And we are young. All we can do is grow bigger and get better.
Jenny Swanaway again, our guest. Kayla Trammell is at the plate. How much, from a hands-on standpoint, do you get to be around the athletes on a day-to-day basis in your job?
Very hands-on. We're a small office. We have athletes in our suite on the daily. We get to see them. We're a pretty tight-knit group. Other than our new practice facility for men's and women's basketball, all the athletes, all the things that we do are located in one building. So it's nice to get to know them. It's nice, when they know who you are, they walk into your office freely and just want to chat with you. It's wonderful.
Any good stories you can share about the young ladies we're witnessing here on the softball team?
So many. We don't have time for that, Greg.
This one lifted, caught by the first baseman, popped up, second out of the inning. With Jenny laughing, that's a good cue for me to say, you know what? We've asked enough of Jenny. Jenny, I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you and the Grizzlies here in the tournament. For your sake, I hope you're here longer than just this evening. Appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, thanks so much. Bye-bye.
You got it. Jenny Swadaway again, senior women's administrator, as well as associate AD at Oakland University, kind enough to join us as our in-game guest here for game number 3. 2 on and 2 out in the top half of the 3rd inning. So Cam Troyer at the plate. Yes, I've been around Oakland long enough to know they were known as the Pioneers back in their Division II days. They made the leap along with what was then IUPUI and now IU Indy. They both jumped in the 98 and 99 season. Troyer, who homered earlier, won't get the distance on this one, and that nestles in the glove of the left fielder, and that is the end of the inning. So Oakland strands through 2, and through 2.5, Robert Morris maintains a 1-0 lead.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking. Rising before the sun and staying up long after it sets. It's stepping into a new world. It's in you. Be golden.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
This is the Horizon League, a league made for major moves, where competition drives us, our cities fuel us, and bringing home a win is just us giving back. We turn every event into an experience with a decades-long record of once-in-a-lifetime moments. So don't get upset just because you're outmatched. We are unstoppable, our impact undeniable, making major plays in every way. This is our Horizon.
The Rising Star members live and play in the largest, most vibrant cities in the country, allowing our student athletes exposure to unique experience only available in major cities. To learn more about our major cities, visit horizonleague.com/brand recharge. Check out the favorite spots to visit, eat, and socialize of our athletes and administrators in our major cities by visiting horizonleague.com/LITL. That stands for Life in the League. 2, 3, and 4 coming up this time through. Fosher, Pulich, and Rudd, most dangerous part of the lineup, coming through here. Fosher, the lone offense so far in this game. The solo blast, her first time through. Turns on this one. Is she 2 for 2? Yep. And that all the way into the parking lot. 2 swings, 2 home runs, and a 2-run lead for RMU. Those are home runs number 88 and 89 on the season for this powerful RMU attack. For Eloise, that's home run number 12. And that is the first time in a game this year she has homered twice. And off the end of the bat, well, Pulich is having one of her worst days offensively. But A, her team's leading this game, and B, she has been spectacular defensively in right field.
Number 15. Rudd.
Here's Aglaya Rudd. And Rudd singled her last time through. And this one hopped to home plate. Aglaya, the Horizon League Freshman of the Year at Purdue Fort Wayne 2 years ago. As part Part of the all-academic team last year was Aglaia. She has hits in all 4 games against Oakland this year. In second in college softball in batting average, and that won't hurt them. 56 ball to the left side, and that's another base hit.
Third baseman, number 11, Mary Brandt.
6th hit of 13 batters to the plate so far for RMU. And here's Mary Brandt. 13 home runs, 50 runs batted in for Mary. Sophomore from Poland, Ohio. Turns on this one, and Mary Brandt has put one in the parking lot and make it 4-0 RMU. The 90th home run hit by the Colonials this year. And yes, it's big hat time. And a 4-0 cushion now for Robert Morris. And let's see if there is a pitching change inbound here for OU. Looks like that is going to be the case. So new pitcher coming in for Oakland. We'll tell you about pitcher number 2 in about a minute as you're watching Horizon League softball on ESPN+. So for a second time today, Jessica Nelson will enter the game in relief for Oakland. Nelson, a freshman from Dearborn, Michigan, which is not far from the Oakland campus. She pitched 3 innings in the first game. 5 runs, 4 earned, walked 1 and struck out 3. See her numbers on the season. In Oakland, team ERA of 4. Nelson at 4.5 basically. 48 1/3 innings pitched on the season. This is her 12th relief appearance. So she's allowed 3 hits and 2 homers in 4 batters this inning. Did Skreck, and she is done after 2 1/3. Olivia Hare, who hit a foul pop up to the catcher her first time up. That misses. 2-0 the count. Hare 2 hits in the previous series against Oakland back at the end of March. Ground ball past the diving shortstop for a base hit. Sequoia Dunlap now to the plate. Dunlap looking for her first hit of the day for the junior from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. In for a strike. Dunlap went 1 for 9 earlier this year in the set against Oakland. And smacks that one to right center field. That'll get to the wall. That will send the runner to at least third. Gonna get the wave around. Throw will not be made towards home. That is a run-scoring double, and it's 5-0 for the Colonials. Against an Oakland team that, and the pitching numbers pretty impressive. It's not having one dominant pitcher, but as a whole, impressive stuff. But they've been roughed up a bit today. Green Bay put up 11. Robert Morris now sitting on 5 and counting. Here's Thompson. Thompson, the number 8 hitter in the lineup and the 7th batter to the plate this inning. Thompson had 3 hits earlier this year against Oakland. Lifts this one. Shallow right. Right fielder's got it. And nowhere for Dunlap to go. And there's 2 down. So now Marta Gualazzi to the plate. Robert Morris as a team hitting .373 for the year. High fastball. That checks in at number 4 in the nation. That was heading into today's first game. Only teams in the country with a better batting average than Robert Morris as a team: Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and UCLA. There's some softball powers I just rattled off in that group. Like all of them. Count as 1-1. Ground ball, shortstop's got it, slips, and couldn't make the play. So the inning rolls over to Hop. So RMU will bat around here in the 3rd inning.
The fielder number 3, Caleb Hop.
Gualazzi gets credit for a single there. And with 2 outs, he showed bunt. Either that was a take, or just trying to get a ring on the defense as to where do you maybe try to put one down. Second baseman will go the long way to first, no problem. Inning over, but make it a 5-run buffer for Robert Morris. Home runs by Fosher, her 2nd of the game, and by Brandt, her 14th of the season. RMU leads at 5-0 on ESPN+. Hey, look at Stambaugh Stadium. Of course, football not sponsored by the Horizon League, but football a major part of the athletic experience at Youngstown State. Robert Morris, the other Horizon League member that plays football elsewhere than the Horizon League. Of course, next year that will include Northern Illinois as part of the league as well. This one gets through. Ground ball into the right field for a base hit. First time the leadoff batter's been aboard for Oakland, and he is trying to get him on as Caraway singles into right.
Number 22, Autumn Liebhauser.
So Liebhauser to the plate. Fly ball to center her last time up. Again, Oakland took 2 of 3 from RMU back in late March. Robert Morris won the first one 7-5. Oakland scored 17 runs in the doubleheader sweep on March 29th. So they know they can get it done against RMU pitching. And this one gets through for a base hit. So different sides of the field, same result. First 2 batters are on for Oakland. This was Skrek's spot in the lineup. But again, the new pitcher now will bat here. And this is kind of the equivalent of having a pinch hitter, because Nelson, pretty good with the bat. He's batting .294. That's 5 for 17 with an RBI. And popped up. Nobody moves. That's an out. Wyzelic now to the plate. Wyzelic. See if this is a runner coming in or a pinch hitter coming in here. I think this is a pinch hitter we're going to get for Oakland. Storm Kentros.
Number 19, Storm Kentros.
Sophomore from Waterford, Michigan. Storm, a home run, 5 runs batted in, batting .305. He's played in most of the games, started about half of them. And first pitch swinging. Fouls that one back. First time we have seen Storm today. Listed as a catcher and utility player. She did not get an official at bat, but technically appeared in all 3 games against RMU earlier this year. Swings through that one, and the count at 0-2. Kentros last got it in bat in the Friday game against Youngstown State to start the final weekend of the regular season. And sprayed foul. And Wyzelic had not had a base hit today. We will see. You would assume Wyzelic will come back in to play third base in the bottom half of the inning. Able to lay off the elevated offering. And the count at 1-2. Again, Coleman got the first 4 innings in the first game. Molatoris got the last 3. So 8th inning of work for Coleman today. Ground ball, third baseman might give it a turn 2. Step on third, throw to first. They got her. Double play. Another 0 goes to the board for Oakland University. To the home half of the 4th we go. Momentum on the side of Bobby Moe. The 5-3 double play. Colonials lead by 5 on ESPN+. By the way, A+ for banner placement for this game, by the way. Horizon League student athletes have major experiences in our league, including NCAA Division I competition and championship exposure on ESPN platforms. To learn more about the major experience provided by the Horizon League and our members, visit horizonleague.com/brand recharge. Eloise Fosher looking to make it 3 for 3. Not on that swing, 1-1 the count. And she has homered each of the first 2 times she has been to the plate today. First 2-home-run game of the season. Home runs 11 and 12 of the year for her. Fosher on the 3rd team All-League. Pulich and Rudd, 1st team. Hop, 2nd team. Fosher, 3rd team. Pulich and Rudd await on deck. You see fans getting all nice and, well, snugly, cozy, bundled. They're on the bleachers down the 3rd base line. Ground ball, booted by the shortstop. Well, the home run streak is over, but the streak of reaching base continues. Error on the shortstop. 53 degrees is the current temperature here at Youngstown State. First pitch temperature tomorrow at noon, 55 degrees. So here's Pulich. 0 for 2 in this game again. Her bar is set pretty high in terms of offensive output. Top 5 in the country in both home runs and runs batted in. Strike called. Pulich began the year by getting a hit in her first 9 games. Had a game against Pitt earlier this year, which obviously A is an ACC opponent, but B is a big deal when you're Robert Morris, where she went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in. Below the knees, that misses. Ground ball, 3rd baseman's got it. They'll get the lead runner, can't turn it over at first. Wyzelik, by the way, did return to the game to play 3rd base. Fosher is retired, and there's 1 down. So here's Rudd, who has singled twice. League Player of the Year, followed by the league's Defensive Player of the Year. Back up the middle, 2nd baseman, flips, throw to first, not in time. Rudd legs that one out. But that's a pretty successful trip through 3 of the best hitters in the league to elicit 3 consecutive ground balls. And there's 2 down. Here's Brandt, homered last time up. It was Brandt's home run that issued the change from Skreck. And put the ball in Nelson's hand. And that foul ball. No, fair ball, sorry. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Now let's take a look here. Again, the ball did hit in fair territory, but obviously the story is Where did that where did that go across the bag? Friendly conversation between dugout and home plate umpire. And this is going to be deemed a foul ball. Okay. So let's reset, shall we? Rudd is at first. 1-1 the count. And Brandt resumes the at-bat. And happy they did from the Robert Morris perspective. I would not be moving that car when a certain part of the RMU batting lineup is coming to the plate. Brandt has homered for a second time today, and it's a touchdown lead for Robert Morris. So Brandt with back-to-back two-run home runs. And for Brandt, just like it was for Fosher, it is the first time that she has homered twice in a game this year. All runs but one have been scored by way of a home run trot. So now Hare at the plate. 91 home runs for Robert Morris on the season and counting. This one down the left field line, foul territory. Coming into today, Robert Morris was 11th in the country in home runs hit. They do have their work cut out for them to get to the top two spots. Oklahoma and UCLA have hit 173. The lead now 7. And winner of this game will play the 5 o'clock game tomorrow against whatever is the lowest seeded team to lose one of the first 2 games. That misses. And if Detroit Mercy were to lose the 2:30 game, it would automatically be them. They are the number 6 seed. It would not be Youngstown State in any scenario as the number 1 seed. But you can worry about that later this evening if you're a Robert Morris fan. First, the business at hand. Hare singled and scored her last time up. She's 1 for 2. And swings through that and misses. But the inning is over. So, tag 2 more on the board, courtesy of a home run for RMU. And through 4. Colonials lead at 7-0 on ESPN+.
This is the Horizon League, a league made for major moves, where competition drives us, our cities fuel us, and bringing home a win is just us giving back. We turn every event into an experience with a decades-long record of once-in-a-lifetime moments. So don't get upset just because you're outmatched. We are unstoppable, our impact undeniable, making major plays in every way. This is our Horizon.
Who are you in the story? Where does it begin? Where are you headed? Are you curious? Are you courageous?
Hey fellas, let's go out there, let's give everything we got.
Be bigger than their imagination.
Action.
Left and up.
We could be anyone we want in the story.
So you're gonna go ahead and give an IV push?
We are Cleveland State University.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking. Rising before the sun and staying up long after it sets. It's stepping into a new world. It's in you. Be golden.
Look inside the Oakland dugout. It's been a really solid year for the Golden Grizzlies, but they are in danger of it being put in the past tense unless they can get the bats going. And Robert Morris can be a tough team to catch up with just because it's next to impossible to outslug them. So Coleman will see the 5th in this one. She went through the first 4 and left trailing 5-0 out of no decision in game number 2 of the day. Liner past the diving first baseman. That could be 3. Making the turn is Plitz. She'll stop at second. It was a leadoff double. And that is the first extra base hit of this game for OU.
Addison Caldwell.
And first 2 runners reached last inning, but a pop-up and a double play into the threat. Caldwell has reached both times. She has singled and she has walked. And that misses. Caldwell batting .377. She's on the all-league second team. Murphy, a first-team selection, is due up next. Liner into left field for a base hit. Ball kicks away from the left fielder. Runner going to try to advance, and she'll score. So Oakland is on the board. They score for the first time since the first inning of the day. Caldwell is 3 for 3 in terms of reaching, 2 for 2 for the game. And here's Murphy. Murphy, 449. And smacks this one. Goodbye. 2-run blast. And it's now 7-3. Murphy gets her 8th home run of the season. And we'll see if that might stir some activity for RMU, and Coleman and pretty much everybody in the park knew it immediately. 3 rows up into the center field bleachers. And it looks like there will be a potential pitching change inbound for RMU. Much as they did in game number 1 of the day. They will bring in Malatoris. And we will step aside. Oakland has peeled back 3, and there's nobody out here at the top of the 5th as you're watching on ESPN+. So again, same pitching pattern for Robert Morris from earlier today. Malatoris comes on in relief. She got the loss, giving up 2 runs in the top of the 7th. in the 7-5 defeat to Detroit Mercy before this game. 8-7 her record, 4.72 her ERA. Her 31st appearance of the year. Again, she's been pitching more frequently, but shorter outings as of late. Coleman outstanding through 4, gets roughed up here in the 5th, but leaves with her team enjoying a lead, and that is an out. We'll see if there might be a second look at that, as the second baseman had a bobble. Oakland will ask for a challenge. Turmel will stand at first base, and we've had one official review tonight. Let's see if we have a second. First call was upheld in the Detroit Mercy game. We'll get a great look from here, and I think she's out. It's close, but I think she's out. I want to thank our outstanding production crew as we give you views from all around the diamond. They've been top-notch all day, as we are used to. And again, the video review, there's a tent down the right field line where our umpires will check said things. Our home plate umpire for this game, Ryan Raftery. Our umpire in charge of replay, Dave Selden, for this game. Again, it's a 6-man crew that will rotate throughout the course of the tournament. And they have made their decision. They will communicate that with us once they step back onto the field of play. At a first glance, we thought it was an out. Let's see if that is confirmed. Yep, confirmed out. Great play. Again, good job to recover. And again, ball and glove. Now, foot still airborne. Certainly worthy of a challenge. You're trying to get runners in the base paths over you can if you're Oakland. But it is the first out of the inning. So here's Troyer, 0 for 2 in this game, a homer earlier today. In the runs here, snap a 10-inning scoring drought for the Golden Grizzlies. Popped up and out of play. And the count 0-2. This one, second baseman backing up, right fielder coming in. And I think there's a little tag team action on that one. There's 2 down. Like we said, Pulich has been tremendous in the field. Don't worry, teammate, I'm right here for you. The 4-9 putout.
Catcher number 16, Caraway.
There's 2 away. It's in for a strike. Here's Caraway, who singled her last time up. Caraway, one of the many seniors on this Oakland squad. Troyer at the plate, a senior as well. Previous hitter. Kanaki, who we've not seen at the plate, second baseman, senior. Maggie Murphy, a graduate student at Oakland University. Counted 0-2. Just missed inside. And this one smacked into center field for a base hit. So back-to-back plate appearances with base knocks for the senior catcher.
Shortstop number 22, Liebhauser.
Here's Liebhauser. Liebhauser singled as well to left field her last time through. Liebhauser has hit in all 4 games against Robert Morris this year. Swinging for the downs on that one and misses. Third time that Malvatoris has faced Oakland this year. Malvatoris earlier this year, over 2 days, through 9 2/3 innings, allowing 7 earned runs against the Golden Grizzlies. They'll ask. 2-1 to count. 7th batter to the plate this inning for OU. In for a strike. Count it 2-2. And we'll do it all again tomorrow at noon. 3 more games. And much like today, one of them of the elimination variety. Number 1 seed Youngstown State, number 2 seed Northern Kentucky make their tournament debut. All 5 teams left in the field will play tomorrow. And we'll take 4 to Friday. Down the right side, Pulich, foul ball. Given how Pulich has played today, you're almost surprised if she doesn't catch the ball. Oakland's had a base hit in every inning today, at least in this game. Hadn't scored until this inning. Ground ball, second baseman's got it. Flip to first, not in time. So the inning continues. Infield hit. So this is the pitcher's spot in the lineup. I'm going to bring in Bomarito to hit. Again, she was a starting pitcher in game 1. Bomarito batting .259 on the season with no home runs and 8 RBI.
Number 13, Bomarito.
At the knees for a strike. Bomarito lasted 2 1/3 in the circle in the first game against Green Bay. And this one, foul. And a count now at 0-2. Bomarito did not get an official plate appearance against RMU when the teams met earlier this year. 1-2. Bomarito, first team All-League as a pitcher for Oakland this year. Center field coming in, makes the play, and the inning is over. Oakland does get 3 back. Still a 4-run league for our defending league tournament champions. Robert Morris has lived up to their billing as one slugging softball team. 4 home runs hit, 2 by 2 players. Eloise Fosher with 2, Mary Brandt with 2. Both of Mary's of the 2-run variety. Robert Morris was staked to a 7-run lead. However, Oakland just got 3 back as Maggie Murphy hits a 2-run blast in the top of the inning. And that made it 7-3. Kenna Bomarito will stay in to pitch here. She got the first couple of innings against Green Bay. Sequoia Dunlap, the batter facing her. And the count is 0-2. Bomarito 11-10 with a 3.47 ERA. It's her 10th relief appearance of the year. 139 innings pitched on the season. Dunlap, that's a foul ball. Opposing batters batting .281 against Kenna on the year. Bomarito threw a lot against Robert Morris earlier this year. As Dunlap skies this one, left fielder has it. 2 steps in front of the wall. 1 down. Bomarito threw in all 3 games against RMU. Threw 15 2/3 innings. Give up 8 earned runs, 7 of them in the opening game. Fared much better on day number 2. Thompson singled back in the second, flew out to right field her last time up. Oakland last year just missed the league tournament. Popped up. Third baseman's got it. 2 down. RMU did not score back in the second, only inning in which that's been the case in this game. They have not been retired in order in this game. Gualazzi to the plate. First pitch swinging, lifts this one right field. Caught in right field, and that is that for a quickly played home half of the 5th. Oakland's got 6 outs to score 4 runs as we head to the top of the 6th inning. major moves pillar of the Horizon Experience highlights a commitment to innovation and a forward-thinking approach to challenges while addressing emerging trends in all aspects of the college sports environment. The Horizon League and its partners have spent the last couple of years investing in education opportunities and concepts around NIL to best support our athletes. Millions of minutes of Horizon League action was viewed across all ESPN platforms last year, and we appreciate your support of our athletes and programs. To learn more about the major moves across the Horizon League, visit horizonleague.com. 9-1-2. Pinch hitter here for Oakland. And that one is sprayed foul. This is Alyssa Balcom. This is the number 9 spot in the lineup. And we saw Balcom pitch in the first game. But as a batter, she is .391 in the season. 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. Wyzelik had the first look in this position. Then Kentros hit the last time up. And now it's Balcom pitching here, or hitting here, I should say. This rolls over to the group that largely got it done last time through, as runs came from batters 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup. Off speed, second baseman's got it. Over to first, 1 down. So Plitz doubled on a liner just to top the first base bag her last time up. This is the 7th batter that Mama Torres has faced. And this one sent down the left side and foul. Again, noon game tomorrow. Number 1 seed Youngstown State takes on Green Bay. 2:30 game. Number 2 seed Northern Kentucky takes on the 6th seed Detroit Mercy. Winner of this game plays tomorrow at 5 against an opponent to be determined. It will be the lower seed of the two teams that lose tomorrow. Left side, left fielder was playing in off of the glove, and Plitz will have an invitation to second base. So again, because the left fielder was playing in, that makes that a difficult play. Just about getting runners on for Oakland. Trying to bring that tying run to the plate. Caldwell. Foul. Caldwell has reached in all 3 plate appearances so far tonight. So Plitz a double. Back-to-back at bats where that's the case. Counted 0-2. Just missed. Caldwell has hits against Robert Morris, and every game she's played against him this year. Had a 3-hit game in the first game against RMU and can do that here. She'll see at least 1 more at 1-2. Caldwell, a freshman from Howell, Michigan. Second team All-League in the Horizon this year. Two and two. Right side and out of play. Right fielder, Pulich is there. Runner will tag from second to third. Heads up play by Plitz, but there's 2 down. And again, Murphy, a 2-run homer last time up. You almost kind of wonder, you're up by 4. I'm not sure you're intentionally walking somebody here, but I can understand if you are pitching around a little bit. Murphy popped up to the shortstop her first time up. Has singled and homered since then. Two and 0. Murphy has 2 hits in all 4 games against Robert Morris this year. And she has homered in 3 of her 4 games against RMU this season. First baseman gives chase, but that will do no damage. That one gets away, and that will score a run. No, it won't actually. It will not. We're going to send the runner back to third because that actually hit Murphy on the bounce. So that may be a bit of bad news for Oakland. So runners on the corners now. Turmel is due up. Turmel, the cleanup hitter, is 0 for 3 today. Did reach on an error. Turmel came into the game batting .314. Turmel, a sophomore from Walled Lake, Michigan. New runner in the game to replace Murphy. She'll re-enter her next time at the plate. Looks like Annabelle Power will run here.
First baseman, number 18,
Turmel looking for a first hit of the day. And the result of this at bat could make a big difference what the rest of this game looks like. This marks the second trip through the lineup for Molatoris as well. Didn't miss that by much. Fouled straight back by Turmel. Oh, and 2. Turmel just 1 hit so far in 4 games against RMU this year. Turmel last year played in 39 games and had 22 hits. Outside, 1 and 2. Strike 3 called at the knees on the corner. And that leaves Robert Morris with 4 runs to work with, going to what they hope is their last at bat of this game.
This is the Horizon League, a league made for major moves, where competition drives us, our cities fuel us, and bringing home a win is just us giving back. We turn every event into an experience with a decades-long record of once-in-a-lifetime moments. So don't get upset just because you're outmatched. We are unstoppable, our impact undeniable, making major plays in every way. This is our Horizon.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work. It's raising the bar and never settling for less. It's the tireless hours spent getting your hands dirty. It's searching for answers where others aren't looking. Rising before the sun and staying up long after it sets. It's stepping into a new world. It's in you. Be golden.
It's more than a shave. It's the first thing people notice about you. Level up with Barbasol for a clean, smooth finish every time. It's America's #1 brand of shaving cream for a reason. No need to pay more for other brands. Barbasol delivers a thick and rich instant lather that simply gets the job done. Shave with confidence, knowing you're using Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Because it's more than a shave. It's Barbasol.
The Horizon League members make major impact to student athletes in a variety of ways in our metropolitan campus communities and championship host cities. This year's HLSAAC and #1HL initiatives include student athlete professional development, civic engagement, and community impact. To learn more of the major impact created by our student athletes, visit horizonleague.com/brand recharge. Top of the lineup. Bomarino stays in the circle for this inning. Hop, Fosher, and Pulich. 2 home runs from the 2 spot and 2 from the 5 spot today for Robert Morris. Looking ahead for Oakland. Batters 5, 6, and 7. 4 hits of that group tonight. Hop down the left field line, foul. Hop, a second-team All-League performer this year. Count of 1 and 2. Two and 2. Full count now. What you cannot do, even as good of a hitter as Hop is, you can't potentially put her on to create RBI opportunities for RMU. Popped up. First baseman coming in, makes the play. Had to confirm it. That's Balcom, who stayed in the game to play first base. Able to make the sliding catch into the dugout. Always helps when it's your dugout. You get a little assistance there. So Balcom at first. That was in Termel's spot. Balcom hit in the number 9 position last inning. Here's Fosher. When you're a defensive replacement, the ball always finds you. That rings true. That was the case there. Fosher goes opposite field this time. And again, clear defense, but obviously several feet foul. Most home runs in a game hit by RMU this year, 6. That came early in the season against Lemoyne. They've got 4 today. Chase one of the dirt that time. And the count now 2-2. Just missed. So this is game 45 of the season for Robert Morris. They have homered in 36 of them. Ground ball. Shortstop's got it. Mosher flying down the line. Couldn't get her. Nothing the shortstop could do. That shows you how well-rounded a player Eloise is, because talked about her home run hitting ability. Well, she just legged down an infield single. Here's Pulich. Swings through and misses on that one. Second verse, same as the first. 0-2. Makes contact here, but not of the solid variety. Balcom makes the play again. And there's 2 down. So here's a Glea run. She would score on Brandt's home run. Let's hit that twice. Officially 2 for 3 for Aglaya. And we shared this stat in the first game, but only player in the country she is trailing is Mariah Poehler of Purdue in terms of batting average. And helps it again. She's 3 of 4. So runners on first and second.
Third baseman number 11, Mary Brandt.
So here's Brandt, who has homered the last 2 times, but at the plate. Elevates this again, but foul territory. Rudd is the player that has homered 3 times in a game this year. Did it on Saturday for RMU. Ground ball, shortstop bobbles, and everybody is safe. So now it's Olivia Hare. Olivia singled and scored in the 3rd. That's low. In for a strike. Hare struck out to end the 4th. Her last time up. Off the plate, 2-1. Just missed. 3-1. Popped up and off the screen. Full count, so everybody gets a bit of a head start here. Strike 3 called. So Oakland will see the top of the 7th. They've got 3 outs to score 4 to keep their season going. Oakland trying to avoid going 0-2 on the opening day and being the first team to go home from Youngstown. They came in as the number 4 seed. Went 9-9 in league play. Lost to Green Bay 11-4. Trailing here 7-3. Mama Torres trying to close it out and get the defending league champs on to day number 2. Troyer trying to bunt her way on. First baseman is there, and Troyer couldn't sneak it past Fosher, and there's 1 down. So Caraway has singled each of the last 2 times she has been at the plate.
The catcher, number 6.
And then Caraway is a senior. Troyer was as well, but just batted. Caraway popped up. Shortstop's got it. And in the blink of an eye, Oakland is down to a final out. It is Liebhauser that is due up this time through. And she'll get the bat here. Again, singles each for last 2 times up for Autumn. But 2 pitches, 2 outs in the inning. In for a strike. Popped her up, and now Oakland down to a final strike. Strike 3 called. Oakland season comes to an end. Robert Morris advances on to day number 2. So Oakland sees their season come to an end. Their final record 25-24. Robert Morris gets their 28th win of the season, and they will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time. And day number 1 is officially in the books from Youngstown, Ohio. Jax Varner's squad could play one of 3 teams tomorrow. They will play one of the 2 teams that fall short in the first 2 games tomorrow. Remember, the lowest seeded team to lose tomorrow in the first 2 games will play Robert Morris in an elimination game tomorrow at 5. Our first 2 games, Youngstown State will take on Green Bay at noon, followed at 2:30 by Northern Kentucky and Detroit Mercy. If UDM loses game 2 as the lowest seed in the tournament, they'd be guaranteed to play RMU tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for day number 1 from Youngstown. The lower seeded teams won games 1 and 2. The higher seeded team here showed their championship medal. Good night from Northeast Ohio, and thanks for joining us for Horizon League Softball on ESPN+.